Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be my Easter page. So it might be a little chaotic and it's going to be a little bit different, but not much different because I'm not actually putting down a solid paint color at all in the background. What my plan is, I'm going to take this stencil, and it is the bordered again stencil, and then there's the little ovals here that I'm just going to use the 3, I think, here. I don't know, because some of them actually are egg-shaped. And I'm going to sporadically go around and draw them out in different places. So I'll do that really, really quick, and then I'll be right back. So now that I have all of this, I'm just going to go in with Island Parrot, Bubblegum Pink, Blue Lagoon, and for my, actually I think I'm going to have my Fresh Lime be on the bottom, and then I'm going to shadow with the Island Parrot, and then I'll have London Blue on the bottom, and I'll shadow with the Blue Lagoon, and then Bubblegum Pink will be shadowed with the Cherry Pie, and I'm just going to sporadically do that with color in these. Alright, so now that I got those colored in very messily, that doesn't even matter. A lot of it's going to be covered over. I just wanted something like that in the background. What I'm also going to do next is I've got my Dylusions ink sprays, the Blue Lagoon, the Bubblegum Pink, the Island Parrot, and also the Lemon Zest. I just wanted to add a little bit of yellow in. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to put splatters everywhere with each one of these colors just to add that much more. So I'm going to do that really quick and I'll be right back. Alright, so now I'm going to set this aside to do a little bit of drying. That's the chaotic mess that it looks like right now. And then what I have is, let me grab it. I have a piece of the 80-pound cardstock that is cut at 2 3/4 inches wide, and it's 8.5 inches tall. And all I'm going to do to it is I'm going to use the inks, and I'm just going to splatter all over it as well. Alright, so this is what I have thus far. So I'm going to slide this back aside and we'll work on this. What I have is I have my border pieces here. I just painted up 2 of them, or colored up 2 of them to match and coordinate. This one's going to go on that side of the page, and this one's going to go over here. But as you can see, this is a little bit longer, so I'm just going to bring it all the way to the top and put it there. But then what I have is, I have this body from the Dylusions Day at the Races, and I didn't even bother coloring the shoes. So my plan, because I know that it's going to be too tall for what I'm doing, is to just line the bottom of his pants up with the bottom of this border piece. Somewhere along those lines. But I think I'm going to go over a bit more so you can kind of see more of the back here. And then from the Dylusions Heads and Tails, I have this bunny, and it's actually like this, and I just cut it all apart. But I'm going to use, I cut the 2 ears off, and then I cut the bow out. And the bow, I'm just going to make it a very, very large bow tie, because I mean, we're making the Easter Bunny, why not? So let's set these over here for a second, because we'll have his head go about here somewhere. And of course for a hat, I've got this is from the Dylusions Drink Me set, I believe. And all I did was I just cut this side off, and then I cut a little slit here. And I'm going to tuck the ears in there, just like that. And it's going to go on just like that. So I'm going to get these things stuck down onto this piece, and then I will be right back. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and I'm going to cut off this side of the card, and then cut off anything that's hanging over, because it's going to be on the edge of my book. Okay, so now what I have is I have this, and this is actually going to go on the edge here and be a tuck spot. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my other border pieces on, because I want those underneath for sure. So I'm going to do that, and then, yeah, This, because this is only going to be a tuck spot for a tag, I'm just going to put two 1/4 inch double-sided tapes, top, bottom, and along the straight edge here. So I'll do that really, really quick, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is to go in here at the bottom where you can obviously see the border is missing, and I'm just going to kind of eyeball the black line, and then I'm going to do the stitches at the bottom and the stitches at the top, and I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes. But what I'm also going to do is go around and outline the things that I already have down really, really quick while that's drying. Okay, and now I'm just going to take my bubblegum pink, and I'm going to fill this in right there. Don't matter that the other colors are in there. It's going to look a little hodgepodge and messy because of the blue, but it's okay. Fill that in, and then right in the middle here. Alright, so that is what we got this far. Now what I need is, obviously I've created a tuck spot here because that's what I wanted to do. Told you it was going to be kind of a chaotic page. But I also have this, which is actually the hat from the Sunday Best. The head on the Dylusions Sunday Best stamp. It's actually the hat, and I just cut it off because I wanted to put it down here and make it into a tuck spot, but I also wanted it to mimic a Easter basket of sorts, and that to me looked kind of like a basket. So what I've done is I've taken, let me get them really quick, 2 pieces of the 80-pound cardstock, and I cut them 2 3/8 by 4.5 inches, and I'm actually going to make these be little tags, but my plan for these is I'm going to make them kind of a egg shape per se. So let me grab a pencil. Okay, so this isn't exactly an egg shape, but I'm going to make it work because I don't want to cut too much off. However, because I'm going to make this a tuck spot, I'm just going to set it over there for the moment, figure out where I need it to be, and outline it, and then I'm going to put tape around the outside, and I'm going to get the basket in place so I can move on to the next thing. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes because whenever I color them up, I'm going to be using my paints and whatever, and I'm going to do them all at one time. But the next thing I'm going to put on is I have this. This is 3 inches wide by 4 inches tall, and it's just out of the black cardstock out of one of the diaries that I'm going to put here. But before I do that, I actually have a cream piece, one of the 80-pound cardstocks that I like to use, that I'm actually going to put on top. That is 2.5 wide by 3.5 tall. But I want to, before I do all this, I want to color this up. So I might go ahead and get this stuck down actually, so I can get that out of the way. So I'm going to set this aside because I want to start working on coloring up my tags and everything. But I think what I want to do is, because ultimately I'm going to add one of my already made tags in here. I don't know if I want it to go back here or if it's going to go back here yet. I'm not 100% certain, because I also have one of the Tim Holtz number 8 tags that I'm going to paint up and add in there. For this being my Easter page, I want to make sure that I have plenty of places for pictures and some journaling as well. So I'm going to decide here. I think what I want to do is, means I have the green here. I may make this tag blue, and this piece here might be pink. And then my egg, I may actually go in and make my egg maybe yellow. I don't know. I'm just going to play around with the colors and see what we come up with. Okay, so now what else I'm going to do is I'm going to take that other piece of 2 3/4 by 4.5, or 2 3/8 by 4.5, and I think what I'm going to try to do is like the little peeps, the bunny peeps. I'm going to try to cut this into that shape some if I can. So I'm just going to, I really don't know how well this is going to work out. We shall see. next thing I'm going to do is on the back sides of all of these, I'm going to go in and I am going to paint them with my black marble. So that way I have the option of having color or the black to make the black pop more. Alright guys, and I told you it's going to be a little bit chaotic because I did not have a major plan. I just knew the images that I wanted, so I cut them out, colored them up, and everything else I am literally winging it for the most part. I knew I'd have different tags, so I need to get those cut out and ready or whatever. But just to add a little bit more interest to these, I'm going to go in with the matching sprays, and I'm going to add sparkle or splatters all over the different colors. So I'm going to do that really quick. Alright, next I am going to just get this stuck down here because I cut this down to be the perfect size for me to be able to stick one of my images on, my pictures on, that is 2x3. So I'm going to get it stuck down here. And last but not least, I'm going to go in and outline everything. I might run a little bit of a running stitch border here and do a couple little borders around my little tags, and I'm going to get them all tucked in, and then we'll go from there. And that is it, guys. That is my page. This is going to be my Easter page. But what I have here, I have my 2 tags that I just cut, and the backs are in pure black, so I can write back there too, and it just be a little different. So say I wanted to have a black egg and my pink bunny. It'll kind of coordinate with that, but it don't matter which way they go in, but I have room to write here, 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 and here. And then back here, I can either write, or that's where I'm actually going to put our photo, our main Easter photo on that. So I put the little black down, give it like a bit of a frame or border or whatnot. And then, so those just tuck in right there. Over here, I have, so I can complete my challenge of using my 24 tags, I have one of the smaller tags that I had already pre-made and just did the back in black. And then I have a Tim Holtz number 8 tag. And I really like this because it almost reminds me of like a little robin's egg, how it's got the blue with the speckles all over. But I can write here or back here. What I think I'm going to do on the bigger one though, I think I'm actually going to put images because I believe I can fit 4. So there'd be 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if I really wanted, I could put 1 and 2 here. Or I could just do all journaling. It doesn't even matter. So I apologize for it being such a chaotic page. I really didn't know what I was going to do. I only had this right here in my brain of what I really wanted to do, and I knew I needed a basket of some sort. Otherwise, I just grabbed a couple things and pretty much winged it with you guys. This is how I usually do it. I hope there's something in this page that gives you inspiration for your journal pages. I hope you all have a very safe and fun holiday with your family, whether you celebrate Easter or not. I still hope that you're very safe and spend quality time with your loved ones. If you like the video, please give it a like, and until the next time, I thank you so very much for watching, and stay safe, stay warm, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.